Hello everyone, today we are going to be looking over elements of design. In this PowerPoint you will learn how to design an effective PowerPoint presentation that is pleasing to the eye. You will learn techniques that will make the presentation structured, organized, and visually appealing. These are the 4 elements that I'm going to be teaching you. And the reason why I'm teaching you these elements is because you're going to be having an assignment that is to put together a PowerPoint that is representing something that is very important in your life. Say if you have a cat and her name's Patches. That is what you'll make the slideshow about. And I want the person looking at the slideshow to be able to recognize these elements and be able to know what you're trying to say. These are the elements: proximity, alignment, repetition, and contrast. First, we're going to talk about proximity. Proximity. How do we get it? If you squint and count the number of elements on a page, you should limit yourself to between 3 and 5 elements, because if not, if you squint and look and see a big blob of words, that's not good. That means there's too much information on one slide. What to avoid? Avoid corners in the middle of the page. Avoid equal amounts of white space between all elements. Force relationships between headings and content, which here's your headings: proximity, how to use, how to avoid, or what to avoid, and this is your content. And don't put unrelated content on a single page. Break it up. Put 2 slides instead of 1. Now we're going to talk about alignment. This is keeping things in a line. How to get it. Always align elements on the page, even those that are far apart. And see here, all this red, that's aligned on this line, and then the black's aligned on this line. It's very structured and organized. What to avoid? Do not center some text and left align other text. And avoid centering at all costs if you can. Next, we're going to talk about repetition, 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 repetition. The reason we repeat ourselves is so somebody can get the point. Just like this day and age, advertising, you will hear different businesses say the same things over and over, such as Geico. They say 15 minutes can save you 15% on car insurance. And they do this so the person that's listening to their advertisement or looking at it in a magazine will know exactly what they are trying to sell. And how do we get it? You choose design characteristics and repeat them, such as typeface, color, size, cartoon style, picture style. Find existing repetitions and strengthen them by contrast or uniqueness, and we'll talk about contrast on the next slide. Accent the repetition. Think black hat, black shirt, black pants, black shoes, white corsage. What to avoid? Don't keep repeating if it's becoming annoying. Nobody likes to be annoyed. Avoid it. Don't repeat mistakes. Don't repeat phrases. And avoid this random font, because nobody even wants to read that. That's annoying. Next, we're going to talk about contrast. The big word contrast and the little word contrast. The big word pops out because of the contrast. Now, how do we get it? Be bold. Use color, size, and space to differentiate between content. Break the rules when it works. This is good for all 4 of the elements that you've learned. And what to avoid? Avoid wimpy contrast. Yellow and white, they just don't go together. There's nothing going to pop out if you have yellow and white on the page together. And avoid 2 different fonts that look alike, because the 2 fonts that are written here, they look the same, so there will be no contrast. Now, those are your 4 elements. When you jump into this PowerPoint presentation that you're going to have to make, please put in all 4 elements. You will be graded on these elements, but above that, the person that's watching your slideshow won't be able to know what's going on if you don't include these 4 elements. Everything might be jumbled or too much information on the slide. The information for the assignment is on Moodle. Head to your assignments and you will know what to do next.